Imagine getting paid just for sharing your thoughts on products and services you use every day. With Survey Junkie, it's that simple. Click on the link in the video description to discover how you can start earning today by taking surveys.
At the age of 50, he's already notched up a giddying list of accomplishments, from becoming one of the youngest people to climb Everest, just 18 months after breaking his back in 3 places, to crossing the Atlantic in an inflatable boat and setting a world record for the longest indoor freefall. But little, if anything, certainly not the numerous acclaimed survival programs he's presented, nor even his close friendship with the Prince and Princess of Wales, has given Bear Grylls the same satisfaction as his role as Chief Scout. So I'm intrigued to hear that Grylls, who was the youngest ever Chief Scout when appointed in 2009, is to step down imminently. It's a poignant moment for the robust old Etonian whose time as Chief Scout has coincided with what's been described as the biggest surge in popularity for scouting since the end of World War II. That's because his tenure ends just weeks after he took a leading part in the baptism in the Thames of Russell Brand, once described as a comedian though now far better known for messianic utterances in his guise as a thought leader, and for being the subject of lurid accusations, which he vehemently denies, of historic sexual misconduct, currently being investigated by the Metropolitan Police. Some of Grylls' friends are bewildered by his very public embrace of Brand, as are some at the Scout Association. There was real alarm at Bear's friendship with Brand, one tells me, before referring to the potential implications that relationship could have for the Scouts' public image. A spokesman for the Scouting Association tells me, Bear Grylls inspired the movement through a period of unprecedented growth. He's helped thousands of young people to gain new skills, try new things, and look to the future with optimism. More information will be available later in the year about Bear's next steps. The unlikely friendship seemingly began when Brand appeared last year on Running Wild, filmed in the Hebrides. Grylls, a devout Christian who has 3 sons with his wife, Shara, is now in Costa Rica filming Bear Hunt, presented by Holly Willoughby, in which he will pursue celebrities through the rainforest. Who's to say that, if cleared of all accusations by the Met, Brand will not one day be his quarry? Danielle Denise, who staged a triumphant return to Glyndebourne this week, has set her heart on a new challenge. The opera star reveals she is to perform the leading role in Bizet's Carmen, which she had always assumed would be beyond her. I thought I would never sing it because I'm a soprano, and Carmen is mainly sung by the lower voice mezzo-soprano, she tells me at the first night of The Merry Widow at Glyndebourne Opera House in East Sussex. Now, I will get 2 fantastic shots at it, one on the other side of the world and one in the UK, though I can't say yet where. She adds, I'm so excited to finally play Carmen because my fans around the world have been asking me for years to do it. Denise, 45, was due to perform last year at Glyndebourne, of which her husband, Gus Christie, is executive director. However, she pulled out to star in Andrew Lloyd Webber's West End musical Aspects of Love instead. Julia Budworth, the matriarch who condemned her son Ben as a little monster and accused journalist Rachel Johnson of being obsessed with sex, has died at the age of 92. She was appalled when Ben sold the splendid Covent Garden HQ of the Lady magazine, which had been owned by her family since 1885, for £12.4 million. It's scandalous, she told me in 2019. It's a story good enough for Dickens, the very worst type of family disaster. Some estate agents claim the building could have fetched twice the price. Julia handed control of the magazine, whose illustrious past contributors included Nancy Mitford and Lewis Carroll, to Ben in 2008. Ben's 3 brothers are shattered, disgusted and traumatized, said Julia, whose grandfather founded the magazine. The family has owned the building since 1891. It's a terrible thing he's done. We're desperately angry. The lady was the subject of a memorable TV documentary when Boris Johnson's sister Rachel was editor. It laid bare the tension between her and Mrs. Budworth. Ben was unrepentant, telling me at the time that his family only have themselves to blame, and that's it. He said, the magazine has been there for a few years, but the building has